Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Karna Gopal, Ms. Manisha Sabu, and my dear sisters and brothers who have all assembled here today for this important function of a Women's Day. I was just telling in the morning, I was there one of the women-related functions, Durgabai Deshmukh, Andhra Mahalaya Sabha. Why one day? Every day has to be a Women's Day. But symbolically, they have fixed this because that has become a habit as we forgot our roots. As the governor was telling, Women's Day, Parents' Day, Brothers' Day, Lovers' Day. Love has to be ever. It cannot be one day. That's somehow the Western culture has crept in. I remember one day I went to America, long back. I took my wife also. And then we were taken to an area evening by our host, and we were moving in a colony. All the houses were appearing to be row houses. Then the person who was guiding was our friend. My wife asked his wife, "What is this? All our houses are..." No, these are all parents' homes. Parents' homes. My wife was aghast. She said, "Parents' homes? They don't live in the home? Separate home for them?" They said, "Oh, here after an age, all parents are there in separate houses. Today is a Parents' Day." My wife said, "Parents' Day means normally we observe Parents' Day and the parents are no more." They said, No, the Parents' Day, the children will come to their parents, greet them and say, "Oh, you are good enough, fine," and then give them some cake and then go away. My wife innocently asked, "Go away means where?" Go to their home. So they don't live together. And she was surprised those days. Now slowly it's catching up, unfortunately. My dear sisters and brothers, I did not say men should go back. They should be behind. Because for a change, you know, the psychology that has developed over the period, men, they try to, when you talk of reservation, why it's not happening, and people are not willing to vacate their seats here. Will they vacate their seats in Parliament? Do you think that is easy? Slowly a change has to come, and change has to come through registration and also change of mindset, societal behavior. That is what is required. ఎందుకంటే స్త్రీ లేనిదే పునరుజ్జీవనం సాధ్యం కాదు. స్త్రీ పరిస్థితి మెరుగుపడినంత వరకు ప్రపంచం యొక్క సంక్షేమం మెరుగుపడదు. ఇందాక గవర్నర్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా పక్షి ఒక రెక్కతో ఎగరలేదు. ద బర్డ్ కెనాట్ ఫ్లై విత్ వన్ వింగ్. సో నేనేమంటానంటే స్త్రీ లేకపోతే జననమే లేదు. దే నో బర్త్. స్త్రీ లేకపోతే గమనమే లేదు. స్త్రీ లేకపోతే సృష్టిలో జీవమే లేదు. స్త్రీ లేకపోతే అసలు సృష్టి లేదు. సృష్టి లేదు. దేర్ ఇస్ నో క్రియేషన్ వితౌట్ ఉమెన్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ అండ్ గివ్ దెమ్ దేర్ డ్యూ బికాస్ దే ఆర్ 50% ఆఫ్ ది పాపులేషన్, నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ఇండియా, ఇన్ ఆల్ ఎవ్రీవేర్. ఎందుకంటే మనం చూస్తే, and some people say, "Sir, our traditions, our culture, our heritage, they don't give that much importance. Women are only supposed to stay home and take care of the home, take care of the children, take care of the family and all." Where is it written? Is it written in Vedas? Is it said in Upanishads? No. Even the period of Vedas, Upanishads, Gargi, Maitreyi, they were there in the forefront to guide the people in those periods. So how do you attribute it to the tradition? This is not our tradition and all. No. In all our country, if you recall, most of the rivers' names are women. Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, Narmada, Tapati, Saraswati, one after another, all. And why rivers? Even if you go to Puranas also, if you believe in Purana, even gods and goddesses also, important work was assigned to women. Saraswati, education. Parvati, defense. Lakshmi, finance. So they have given finance portfolio. Now, of course, we have a finance minister. Incidentally, accidentally. That is our tradition and our culture. So life always needs woman. First, it is Vidya, education. Then Lakshmi, wealth. Then Shakti, energy and talent and also Veda. And then Santi, even peace. See, Santi, Vidya, Lakshmi, Shakti, all are women. I am not naming it, it is there. And secondly, if you go to Usha, I am not talking of my wife Usha. Usha, dawn. D-A-W-N. Ushodayam. Then Sandhya, evening. Dusk, dawn to dusk we say, na? And then we seek Annapurna, food also. The night, Nisha. We seek Indriya, sleep. And we have Swapana, dreams. All are women again. When we chant mantra, Gayatri, woman. Read Gita. Do Vandana. Or Puja. Or give Arati. With Shraddha. Other woman related. So that is our system. That is our tradition. One has to remember that and practice it and give that much importance. And if dark, what do we want? We want Jyoti, light. If you are lonely, what do you want? Prema. And also Sneha. Sneha. That is love and friendship. If you are at war, we want Jaya, victory. If we grow older, then we want Karuna, not Karuna Gopal, Karuna. Karuna. Karuna is compassion. Or Mamata, love. From those who are angry with us, we want Kshama, forgiveness. I hope you understand my bhavana, my feeling. So everything in this nature is related to woman. Because, as I told you, the Srishti, the creature, is incomplete without woman. So that is the importance, and we must go back on the occasion of this international or national Day of Woman, and it should not become only national, notional. We should take it as a mission with compassion, passion, for the sake of the nation. This has to be understood by one and all. Even if you take any tradition or any walk of life, you go to Bhakti, then you have Sakubai, you have Mirabai, you have Radha, you have Sumati Satakam, you have Sabari, you have Malla. Malla wrote about Ramayana those days. And I was just reading today that Akamma in Karnataka, she wrote poetry in 12th century. See, that is our tradition, and we must get back and go back to that. That's why Governor was mentioning roots. Innovation is necessary. But at the same time, we should not forget our roots. Even as we are talking about food also, we have thousands of years of civilization. Thousands of years of civilization. We are one of the oldest civilizations, surviving, active, dynamic today. So we must go back to that civilization. I am not talking of religion. Religion is a way of worship. I am talking of culture. Culture is a way of life. One may be Christian, Muslim, Hindu, forward, backward, Jaina, Vaishnava, Saiva, whatever way you want to worship God, you do it. But way of life, that's where the Bharatiya Jivana Sedi, Indian tradition of way of life, is very important, and world look to India with respect, because one, for our culture, two, because of our knowledge. Look at the multinational companies. Most of them are now headed by Indians. So this land, this air, this water has something special. And we are observing this. Of course, the United Nations have decided, I am generation equality. That's the slogan they have given. You need some heading. And appropriate as it marks the 25th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration. Beijing Declaration in 1995 at the 4th World Conference on Women in Beijing. This declaration has been hailed as the most visionary agenda for women's rights and empowerment. It envisages equal pay, equal sharing of unpaid care and domestic work, an end to sexual harassment and all forms of violence against women and girls, customized healthcare services, equal participation in the political arena and decision making in all areas of life. May I request all the people who are having cell phone, everybody is having a cell phone, undoubtedly, please put it in silent mode. And if people do not know how to put it in silent mode, the neighbors who are sitting next to them, they can guide them also. Because the cell phone, if it continuously rings, it will become a hell phone also. Hell. So cell has to be used very selectively. And I can assure you nothing is going to happen. I talked to them. Coronavirus is not coming till the meeting is over. And today Telangana Chief Minister assured that no, there won't be question of coronavirus in Telangana. He said it in Assembly. Good. And we are living in a higher temperature. It should be a part of our habit, our culture, not to disturb others. The need of the hour is to put these declarations and resolutions on gender equality into action. The girl should not face any kind of discrimination, be at home, school, college, or workplace. Recently, the Supreme Court said women can they can command the forces also. The forces were commanded by women earlier. Now you need Supreme Court to give it. Jhansi Lakshmibai, Rani Rudramma. Many I can give you number of examples. Because of paucity of time, I am not going to these examples. So when we observe these days, we must see to it that not only government, every one of us give equal opportunity to women. First and foremost thing is education. Because there is a saying, if you educate a man, you are educating one person. If you educate a woman, you are educating a family. So that should be followed. No girl should be left without going to school. It is our duty of the parents and the society and the government, number one. Number two is giving them economical and social empowerment. Economic empowerment will give a sense of participation and a self of a confidence about their own being recognized, and then are capable of doing anything. So education, of course, education is not for degree or for employment. Education is for enhancement. Education is for enlightenment. Education is for empowerment. So education is key, and second, it must be followed by economic empowerment. Our former Chief Minister of combined Andhra Pradesh, late N.T. Ramarao, he gave a woman equal right in the property also. That should be followed. Many of the states have done it. But it should not be not only to that, but it should be given to even with regard to agriculture land also. So that the women also find that they are empowered. This is my advice to the system, to the government and to society. The Prime Minister has to take initiative of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Beti Badhao, because the dropout of the girl childs were very high. Now things are changing. And also the ratio was also falling. And now, because people used to think, ये पढ़ के करना क्या है, ये पढ़ के आगे करना क्या है, तो घर में रहना है ऐसे. Even in my own case, my wife's parents those days, they did not allow her to go beyond 10th class. अरे भाई पढ़ के आगे करना क्या है? They do not know that one day she has to become the wife of the Vice President of India. Meet Mr. and Mrs. Trump, the world leaders. That was the stage where the woman's education was neglected. But not, as I told you, how the Maitreyi, Garge, they came and they giving lectures to the society and guiding them at that time. So this has to be again. And also we must see to it that their skills are upgraded. Every man and woman, they have some skill. Every person. Anybody, even potterer, weaver, fisherman, goldsmith, blacksmith, cook. Everybody has got some skill. But you have to recognize the skill and upgrade the skill. That will be really very useful. That is what is required. If the women are educated, they will become better parents. They will ensure her children are also healthy. So, it gives me immense pleasure. As the Vice President, I have been going around the country, going to various universities, IITs, IIMs, IIITs, number of institutions, and there I award degrees to the children. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. You can't expect the Vice President or the Governor to stand and then give. That will take hours, and also the protocol says, no, sir, not more than 1 hour or so. I was just reminding Karuna also. She was trying to explain. So, because the protocol says, Vice President normally 1 hour, 15 minutes and all. And that also, the Vice President comes, then there is Jana Gana Mana, then there is some formality, and then speech, then again Jana Gana Mana, the Vice President goes away. I told my people when I became Vice President, what is this? If you are just going to only do this, you need not go to the meeting. You can as well address them through video conference. So I try to change it a little bit, because I have been used to public life for more than 40 plus years, meeting, greeting, eating, spending time along with the people. But system is system and all. So this opportunity that will really make the children, what I was mentioning about awarding degrees, there they make me to give at least the gold medalists, the toppers, they need to be honored. I said, okay. So there are 20, 30, 40, 50, some places. But I can tell you, my dear sisters and brothers, when I award these gold medals or top rankers, we'll state them, 65 to 70% are girls everywhere across the country. That is the trend. So talent is there. Then if you recognize and upgrade, they can excel. Automatically the woman's education will benefit, take care of the decreased fertility rates. lower infant mortality rates and maternal mortality rates. While helping in the promotion of gender equality, education will also empower women to become better decision makers. An educated woman values the importance of the education and will encourage girls to go to school, their own girls. Even after 72 years in our country, with all the progress that has been made, so much progress has been made. Different governments from different times, they have also done their best. But there are areas, even today in our country, 20% are living below poverty line, 18-20% are illiterate, they can't read and write. And there are areas where the women are, there is a gender discrimination, there is a social discrimination also. These things has to be taken care by the society, by the government and by the system. That should be the topmost priority. And also there should be zero tolerance towards the social evils. Once upon a time, dowry, slowly it's getting reduced. I don't say it has gone totally, still getting reduced. And also the giving equal opportunity to women, to all people, that should also become priority. And also putting an end to these atrocities. And you hear the incident of Nirbhaya, unfortunate, condemnable. You have Disha. You have many examples across the country. These things, unfortunately, what is happening is that you highlight, and then political parties, they get in and they politicalize, and then the issue is lost and political controversy goes on. And there is also a clamor for anything happening. People who demand, sir, new law, bring a Nirbhaya law. Some people are saying, bring a Disha law and all. There is no dearth of laws. I remember I was in Parliament at the time as a member. Now, of course, I am the chairman. So I told chairman said, so you have not given your name to speak. I said, I don't want to make any speech. I want to just intervene for a minute. So chairman said, please on. I said, what is required is not a new bill. I am not against the bill. What is required is political will, administrative skill. Go for the kill of the social evil. I said, and that's happened. You need law and you need its implementation. And also you need societal change of mind. Why it is happening. And I remember some time back, Prime Minister while addressing people from the ramparts of Red Fort, he said, normally what we do, parents, including mothers, they tell their children, Beti, be careful, come back before sunset. Don't get into any this thing, that thing and all. But they don't tell their boys. Because without the boys, this will not happen. What is happening? Why? That's societal change has to come. Children has to be told, we have to respect women. And India is always known for giving respect to women, as I was mentioning about rivers and all. Even the tradition, our country, what do we call? Matrubhumi, motherland. We don't call it as father's land. Motherland we call it. What is our motherland? What is our mother tongue? Janmabhumi, Matrubhumi. That's the tradition. So we have to get back to our traditions and also move on to put an end to this social evil of discrimination, atrocities against women. Mahatma Gandhi said, quote, I fail to see any reason for jubilation over the birth of a son and for mourning over the birth of a daughter. Both are God's gifts. They have an equal right to live and are equally necessary to keep the world going. So my dear sisters and brothers, basically there has to be a change of mindset among the people and the society at large. There is a need to make boys respect girls from a young age. The parents and teachers have a huge role in inculcating the right values among the boys and molding their character. Our ancient Indian cultural moorings have gender equality as a core principle. During the Vedic period, women philosophers were leading the society. The respect accorded to women in ancient time is best exemplified by this sloka, Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. which roughly means where women are honored, divinity blossoms there. Respecting women, recognizing their talent and contribution have been ingrained in Indian way of life. Many of our rivers, as I told you, are Prakriti. So first we must again go back to our culture and also respect the nature. That's why I tell everybody, love and live with the nature. Nature, culture, together for better future. That's the way forward. We neglected nature. Nature is showing its fury. We have to go back. Spending some time under sun. Not with your son, under sun. Moon, light, greenery, water, and earth. We are losing connection with all this. That's why a lot of problems and also these things. That's secondly, we must also see that our children, they are put into some sort of a physical activity. That is the duty of the parents, particularly mothers. Tell them to do some. Earlier there used to be a lot of physical activity. Now with modernization, with transportation, with technology, all the physical activity is getting reduced. And recently there were, doctors are here, the American magazines, they were coming out with stories, the non-communicable diseases are increasing. Why? Because of our lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle. Son raise, you must also raise, but your son will not raise, and daughter also will not raise. That is principle of the nature. One has to understand and do some exercise. Now physical activity is missing. You get up and then get on to the dining table, eat something, get down, get onto scooter, car, cycle or bus and go workplace, get on to the table, get down, again come back and then get on to dining table. There used to be some physical activity. But now modernization, facilities and all, even to take a bath also, we used to go to bathroom, bend, no bend. It has come to an end. Only shower. You don't bend, shower will come to you. Even while eating food also used to sit on pita, that small, this thing, or chapa, mat. Now, dining table. And earlier, after, and we used to, many of us are of course still using it also, eating with our hands. Now these other things have come. And after food we used to go out and then wash. Now you have got finger bowl. Finger bowl only wash fingers, not the hand. So somebody offers me finger bowl, I say, I want to wash my hands. Many of these, and earlier people used to, you have to make a telephone call, you have to go to telegraph office. Now phone has come to your home. Earlier you have to go to the corner and pick up the phone. Now the phone has come to your ear. And it has come to your mouth also. And now children are moving and talking. They don't know what is happening. This sort of mechanization is okay. But life also should not become mechanical. Physical activity. That's why Prime Minister has to give a call for Fitness India. Fitness India. He is going to call for yoga. Yoga is not for Modi. That is for your body. You have to understand. And yoga has nothing to do with religion. Yoga is an ancient Indian art. It's an exercise of mind and body. If you are physically fit, then you will be mentally alert. This has to be understood and make our children understand. Do some physical activity. Even now, I am 70 now. I play badminton 1 hour every day at this age. Not to compete with the PV Sindhu or this thing. Just to keep myself physically fit and then move around. So children should be promoted. మన పిల్లల్ని బాగా ప్రోత్సహించాలా, ఒత్తిడి చేయాలా, క్రీడ, వ్యాయామం, కొంత శారీరక శ్రమ ఉండాలి. రెండవది, another disturbing factor is, we were talking about, Karuna was talking about the new innovation food, and also the governor was saying, no, okay, innovation is good, but at the same time, don't forget your food. Indian food is time tested for thousands of years. థౌజండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇయర్స్. ఆ కరోనా రాదు అని అంటున్నారు. ఎందుకంటే ఒక కారణం ఏంటంటే మనం పచనం చేసిన ఆహారాన్ని తింటాం. వీ ఈట్ ప్రాపర్లీ కుక్డ్ హీటెడ్ ఫుడ్. సో టు సమ్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ దేర్ ఇస్ సమ్ సేఫ్టీ. అది తింటే అసలు రాదని కాదు, చెప్పలేము అనుకోండి. కానీ ఒకటి దట్స్ ప్రికాషన్. ఆ టెంపరేచర్ దీంతో కూడా కొంత ఉంటుంది. సో ది పాయింట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సే ఈజ్ వీ మస్ట్, you may be surprised, the Vice President of India is giving us advice on small things about the food, and I am not giving you, prescribing any food code. You can eat whatever food you want. We must tell our children. This fashion, this modernization, we are eating junked food. Junked food, then you will be junked. And first you will become lazy and then you will become crazy. Then people are talking, sir, now food is modern, sir. Food is instant food, sir. Instant food. Instant food means constant disease. This has to be understood. How can food is instant? And now you go to a restaurant, they give new names, branding. Now branding is a weakness. Branding, some cinema actor, actress, they come, or some icon will come and say, drink this, eat this, use this. They never use it, but they publicize. They publicize it, and our children get tempted and all. Go to restaurant, names also now, restaurants also change the names. We have our own very good traditional food. How many names and all. So you go to restaurant, they give you chicken 65. Your age is not even 25. You want to eat 65. Chicken Manchuria. You have Himalaya. Why you go from Manchuria, Bulgaria, Somalia? I am not against them. This is a passion. Passion. The point is we must go for quality. And millets. Talking now, Aruna was talking about millets. Yes, millets used to be part of our food. That's why our people used to be strong. Now we are eating so polished. Everything removed, that's called as polish. And then eat that. And get diabetic at the earliest. So we have to go back to our roots and system. The innovation must be to re-innovate what was there. Why people are healthy? Why so many diseases? New diseases are coming. New. Every time some new disease is coming. And then you have to find new innovations. My suggestion is that children should be told to eat a protein food. And we have food security, but we do not have protein security. You go to doctor, be tested. They say this deficiency, that vitamin deficiency. Everyone will have some deficiency. So we must really think about this. As I was telling about women, if they are given an opportunity, they can achieve great things. Prabhavati, daughter of Chandragupta, too, who performed administrative duties in her kingdom those days. Now we are thinking, अधिकार दिए तो क्या होगा? सर पंचायत, एक ने बताया मुझे, पंचायतों में चुनाव, आप महिलाओं का आरक्षण दिया सर, मगर क्या हो रहा है पंचायत में? मैंने उनसे पूछा क्या हो रहा है? सर देखिए सर. मैंने कहा क्या हो रहा है बताओ भाई. नहीं, वो पंचायत में सरपंच, महिला सरपंच है सर. सरपंच वहाँ बैठते नहीं, सरपंच का पति आके बैठ रहे हैं. అంటే సర్పంచ్ యొక్క భర్త వచ్చి కూర్చుంటున్నాడు, ఆమె కూర్చోవడం లేదని చెప్పాడు. మేబీ ఫ్యూ एग्जांपल्स. देन आई टोल्ड हिम इन हिज ओन वे, अरे भाई थोड़ा मौका देके अनुभव के देखो, बाद में सरपंच का पति का गति क्या होगा आपको समझ में आएगा. Without giving opportunity, how do you expect them? In the beginning, such things will be there. And also you have the Rajia Sultana, the only woman monarch ruled Delhi. And Durgavati, the Gond queen. The other day I was there to her place in Madhya Pradesh for a function. And also, as I told you, we heard about Ramayana Kavya being written by Mulla, or the Akka Mahadevi, 12th century poet of Kannada, and as well as Tamil poetess and all, and also Avayar. In recent times, women have broken the glass ceiling in many fields, including heading multinational firms, and have been faring better than men. You have Lakshmi Bai, Jhansi. You have legendary singer Lata Mangeshkar. You have astronaut Kalpana Chawla, and badminton sensation P.V. Sindhu, boxing champion Mary Kom, cricketer Maitri Raj, tennis star Sania Mirza of our city, and weightlifter Karanam Malleswari from Telugu, just to name a few. And many are there. You have an International Monetary Fund, IMF, Chief Economic Advisor is an Indian lady from Mysore, Karnataka, Geeta Gopinath. So we have so much examples. So we must really think in encouraging and promoting and giving representation to our women in whatever area we can find. They should be given a encouragement, and we should show interest in education. So India is on the move. I can tell you, none can stop India. There may be temporary problems. There are some economic, worldwide there is recession. So there is some amount of recession here. And also particularly with so many reforms coming. Our Prime Minister is a reformist. And he wants to be a performist. You know, he gave a 3-line advice. He said reform, perform and transform. Transformation of the nation. That's what Narendra Bhai has said. So when you are transforming things, there will be some problem initially. Asking people to come on time to office, there will be some biometric. Or asking people to pay taxes properly. It will be little painful. Little painful. But that will improve the system. Or GST, goods and service tax, is a revolutionary taxation proposal. Initially there is a problem. There will be problems in anything, in any reform, in any change you want to bring in, there will be some resistance, some pain. But I say temporary pain for long-term gain. Temporary pain for long-term gain. If you neglect, then finally you have to go for, it's like a person who got cancer, one fellow said, sir, chemotherapy. Sir, chemotherapy means that there will be hair fall. I said, yes, but you have a choice. He told me, what is that, sir? You want to have hair fall or your own fall? Decide yourself. So you have to go for reforms, to reform the system and to perform better. This is what is required. This is what is happening. And we must all stand for that. And then slowly make changes online so that nobody need to stand in line. That should be main line. Otherwise standing in line, going and meeting people, greeting people, shaking hand, doing something in between hand. Direct. You have Janadana, Aadhaar, mobile, JAM. Directly it will come to your bank account. Fine. That is the system. That is the changes we must really bring in every system. Direct benefit transfer, it's called. Digitization. Yes, we must go. Technology is this heavy, but digitization. How to improve delivery of services. How to reach people. Not the new technology of don't cook at home and then order. What is that? Swiggy. I don't know what it is. I'm not speaking against the business of those people. It's their this thing. But eating properly cooked food and enjoying it, that's something different. And everywhere there are so many specialities. I found some, when I went to some 5-star hotels earlier, now I can't go because of this protocol and all. Earlier I used to take my grandchildren to restaurant, and then the menu card, Nelluru Chapala Pulusu. Fish curry of Nelluru, it's written Nelluru Chapala Pulusu. As I told you, every area, because food is seasonal. What season, what food you eat. And also the habits, as I told you. These are the things we must go back, reinvent, and also do our duty. And in doing our duty, you bring woman also. And duty and beauty combined together, you will make the nation mighty. That is what is required. So, my dear sisters and brothers, we are a largest parliamentary democracy. And we have sound economic foundations, and we have so many reforms coming in. If you all become partners in this and become partners in the developmental story of your family, of your country, you will make country strong. And then Parliament, people are discussing about reservation in Parliament and all. Okay, reservation is a good step. And people should come to conclusion or arrive at consensus and provide political reservation also. But more than that, or equally, is economic empowerment is more important than political. How many people will go to Parliament? How many people will go to registration? Few people. But if you give economic empowerment, if you give skill upgradation, if you give them encouragement, they will be able to stand on their own. That self-respect, swabhimana, swasakti, that will improve further. Before concluding, I would like to stress the importance of the economic empowerment once again. Political empowerment, economic empowerment. This is what is required. And before I conclude, I call upon all the mothers to promote mother tongue at home. Mother tongue at home. Matru Bhasha. So I tell wherever I go, 5 things to be remembered. 1, don't forget your mother forever, because she has given you beautiful birth. Men, do not worry, mother includes father also. Because woman, W-O-M-A-N, man is there in woman. Man or men are there, no? Second, Janma Bhumi, don't forget your native place. Even if you become big, or if you want, some of the youngsters, they want to go abroad nowadays, I tell them also, go. Earlier I used to advise them, why do you go? Now we have enough population, I tell them, you want to go, go. Go. But remember 3 things. 1, land, earn and return. Come back to your country and do something. And third thing is Matru Bhasha. Promote, propagate, feel proud of your mother tongue. Be it Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayali, Marathi, Assami, Punjabi, Bhojpuri, Dogri, Urdu, whatever is mother tongue, promote. At home at least. At home. The problem lies not only the students, youngsters, parents also. The mothers also tell the children, Babu, say, Mummy, Daddy. And you have beautiful Amma, Ammi. Why do you go for Mummy and Dummy? Why this Mummy, Daddy culture? One has to give a serious thinking to this. मातृ भाषा, जो माँ का गर्भ से आया, मातृभाषा को प्रोत्साहित करना बहुत जरूरी है. Then the Matrubhasha is like your eyesight. Mother tongue is like your eyesight. And the other language is like spectacles. If you have eyesight, spectacles will work. If you don't have sight, even if you wear ribbon glass, zuban se kuch aayega nahi. This has to be understood by all of us. That's important. I am not against learning other languages. Learn as many languages as possible. We should. We should learn Hindi, we should learn English, we should learn other languages also, nothing wrong, and we should. But first we must promote our mother tongue and speak at home in mother tongue with the children. That's my appeal to all the parents, particularly mothers. And then fourth is motherland, this country. We must all do everything, anything first in the interest of the country. Nation first, party next, self last. That has to be. But unfortunately it's happening in reverse, some people. And unity and integrity, safety and sovereignty of this country is very important, paramount. And all of us, we should stand united to safeguard the unity, integrity, safety and security of this country. And then we should adjure violence. Himsa has no place, because you need peace. If peace is a prerequisite for progress, even at home also peace is required. Na? If they are quarreling, parents are quarreling, how do the children get inspiration? Or if children are quarreling among themselves, brother and sisters are quarreling. So you need to have peace for peaceful coexistence. Second, you must avoid tension. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention. Simple. And then finally you must also remember Guru. Guru मान से ज्ञान देने वाले, सन्मार्ग बताने वाले. Guru should never be forgotten. Some people say, sir, now ये तो Google के युग में Guru का क्या जरूरत है, sir? Google has come, net has come. Babu, even if there is a net, if there is a breakdown of net, you will end in debt. And you have to call a Guru. How to repair Google, even Google also. So, Google can never replace Guru. This has to be understood. Who is the first Guru? Mother. The first Guru for any child is mother. So we must remember the Guru, and our children must be guided in that direction. My dear friends, thank you very much. Karuna and her organization and others who have joined together in organizing this beautiful evening get-together. And if you, as I told you, if beauty and duty combine together, we can make the nation mighty. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.